Sometimes you're not supposed to have the answers, and not knowing is a really important part of the process of the human experience. There's always going to be only so much that is revealed to us at any given time. And if you find yourself searching for answers, wanting to know what's going to happen, are you going to get that job? What job are you supposed to get? Why is this bad thing happening to you? What is going to come out of it? Is this relationship meant to be? Is there something someone's not telling you? Where are you supposed to live? Where are you going to move to? I know it can be really tempting to want to know everything and understand why things are happening as they're happening. And sometimes we do get to have that insight or have a little bit of insight into why a situation is happening or what's going to happen in the future. But sometimes you have to not know in order to make the right decisions, in order to make the best decisions so that things unfold in the way that they should. And just know that the universe is giving you exactly the right amount of information that you're supposed to have right now, that you're supposed to have at any moment, in order for things to unfold perfectly. And if you're watching this video right now, you're meant to just surrender to the process and fully trust and stop searching for answers. Stop trying to figure out more, because if you knew more, then things wouldn't unfold the way they should and you wouldn't make the right decisions if you knew what was going to happen. Because sometimes we have to go through certain experiences and make certain decisions in order for everything to happen in the way that it should. And the universe is meticulously laying out this plan of your life, and they're working so hard on it to put all the pieces together so that everything unfolds perfectly, and to put you in the right place at the right time with the right people, in the right job, in the right house, whatever it is. And they know and they see the divine timing in it all, and they know that you're gonna have to be patient to get there, because they're waiting for this person to move out or for this person to leave that job, and they're in all these people's ears. I like to think that if you're not able to hear your spirit guides, or if you have like those phases where they're just not as active, your intuition is kind of off, you kind of just feel like you're on the journey alone. I like to think that your spirit guides are in other people's ears, and they're, working on all this other stuff away from you, and that's what's important right now. But yeah, sometimes we are really supposed to be in the dark, and that's what's necessary in order for everything to unfold how it should. And the best thing that you can do is just trust and surrender to the divine, and know that there is a better plan, and that everything is going to work out perfectly, and just be patient and not fearful, because God or your higher self is the version of you that can see everything, that is all-knowing, that knows exactly what's best for you, and that is able to execute that without any of your fears, your limiting beliefs, your ego. They don't have any of that stuff weighing them down. So they can see what the best plan is. And so if you can trust them and surrender to them, that plan is better than whatever you're gonna try to create for your life. And if you're wondering what is gonna happen next or what move to make, it's not because they've abandoned you, it's because you're not supposed to know. If you feel like you don't know what move to make, then just don't make a move. Just stay still. Yesterday, I was realizing all of this, realizing that right now in the process, I'm meant to surrender to the divine, and I'm meant to not know certain things. And also that I need to stop taking in so much information, like watching tarot readings, whatever, because I really transitioned away from traditional media, so it gets filled instead with a lot of spiritual stuff. But it was starting to just get really overwhelming because it was so much information and it was just too much. And I was realizing that even the tarot readings I was watching, they were just confirming what I already knew, just over and over the same exact things. And I was wanting to get more information, but then I got the very clear message that I'm not supposed to, and that I'm supposed to surrender and be okay with not knowing, and trust that everything is going to work out exactly how it should. And if you're unsure of which path to take, just stay still and don't do anything. And so as I was realizing all of this, I saw a praying mantis yesterday, and I looked up the symbolism, and it was really relevant, so I want to read what it said. The mantis comes to us when we need peace, quiet, and calm in our lives. Usually the mantis makes an appearance when we've flooded our lives with so much business, activity, or chaos that we can no longer hear the still, small voice within us because of the external din we've created. The mantis takes her time and lives her life at her own silent pace. And then it says some of the symbolism is stillness, awareness, creativity, patience, mindfulness, calm, balance, and intuition. The mantis has long been honored for her mindful movements. The mantis never makes a move unless she is 100% positive it is the right thing for her to do. This is a message for us to contemplate and be sure our minds and souls all agree together about the choices we are making in our lives. So yeah, basically it's a symbol of stillness, of meditation, contemplation, patience, because the universe is meticulously laying out this plan for you. They're putting everything together perfectly, and that's going to take some time. It might take months, it might take years. And when you lose trust and you become fearful and impatient, and you maybe take a job that you know your soul is telling you not to take, or you move into a house that you know does not feel right, you are delaying the process. And now maybe you're missing that opportunity that they worked so hard to try to align for you. Maybe you don't end up seeing the job application because you're at work at this job that you weren't supposed to be at. And your higher self is always going to work to get things back in order, to get you back in alignment, to help you get the things you want and the things you need. But when you're acting out of fear and impatience, you're just making the process longer. You're making it more difficult for them to have to rearrange everything back into place. So if you can really trust and wait and not make a move when you don't feel ready to, you don't know how close things are to turning around. You don't know how close you are to that thing that you're waiting for, or to that piece of information that you need. Because out of billions of jobs, out of billions of people, billions of places to live, you only need one. You only need one right job for you. You only need one love. You only need one place to live. And obviously out of billions of options, it's not going to be the first one that you see unless you're really, really lucky. But all you need is one thing usually. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not waiting to get like thousands of a certain thing. You literally just need one. And that could come at any second. So don't lose hope that it is coming, and don't get impatient, don't get fearful. And yeah, sometimes the universe is trying to put us in a certain situation or give us a certain perspective, a certain view of the future, because that's what's going to help us to grow and learn and have the experience that is going to bring us what we need. And so sometimes you're supposed to think a certain way and think that your future is a certain way in order to gain the necessary skills or make the right decisions. If you saw the full picture, it just wouldn't work the same way. It's just, life is so beautiful because of how much we don't know and how much we don't see and how much is in the dark. And that's a huge part of the process. Sometimes you are supposed to be in the dark. Sometimes you are supposed to think a certain way that isn't true. But for that period of time, you're supposed to think that way. Or you're supposed to think that something is going to happen a certain way, and then it doesn't. And all of these experiences, all of this not knowing, it comes together so beautifully to create this beautiful journey for your life. I don't know, like, the human experience is just so cool when you really think about it. Because it's like you have this higher self, you have God who can see it all, who can help you along the way. But you're in this body that has this ego and these fears and is not all-knowing. But yeah, I'm just making this video because I think some people are meant to hear this message that whatever it is that you don't know right now, that you can't see right now, that you keep asking about but you're not getting any answers, you're not supposed to know it right now. This is all a part of the plan. This is all divine timing. Surrender to the universe, surrender to the divine, surrender to your higher self and to not knowing, and allow it to all unfold as it should. And if you don't feel ready to make a move or you don't know what decision to make, then just be still. Just don't make a decision. Everything that you are supposed to know, you already know. Everything you need to know is already within you. You don't need to go search for it anywhere else. You don't need to go to a tarot reader. I feel like tarot readings and stuff are really great for giving you confirmation and giving you hope, and especially if you're in an earlier stage of your journey where you don't have the best intuition, or you're in a really dark phase of your life and it's hard to have hope. Those things are super helpful and necessary at that part of your journey. But as you get further along, you'll realize that everything you need, you already know it, and all those things can do is just confirm everything you already know, because you're not supposed to know anything else at that time. And yeah, if you clicked on this video, I think you were meant to hear that message. You're meant to surrender right now. It's okay that you don't know everything. Stop searching for answers. Stop overstimulating your mind, and maybe spend more time in meditation and making mindful choices and trusting the process fully. Thanks so much for watching. It's all gonna work out for you. Just be patient, just surrender, trust. Just know that your higher self has a beautiful plan for your life, and it's all meticulously planned out, and all of the pieces are coming together right now and you're not supposed to see it. Maybe you feel it. And I know it's hard and our logic kicks in, but that's something that you're meant to work through right now. And that fear and impatience and lack of trust is something that you're meant to let go of before you move into the next phase of your life.